So how much would you say you know about VHS tapes in general?
In general, I know what makes them work, and I know the impact they had on the media scene as a whole. I think what made them popular was the fact that they were affordable. Like Betamax, and it worked in a sense of people now being able to make movies like their favorite film directors. Like people could finally take a video camera and go out and shoot something like Alfred Hitchcock would.
Were there any particular movies that stood out that kind of popularized the VHS media?
I don't think it was so much as a movie that would characterize a VHS or that made VHS tapes popular. What did make them popular was the fact that studios can now make videos only to be released on home video. Like Return of Jafar, for example, the sequel to Aladdin. Aladdin came out and it was a theatrical hit, but they didn't want to release Return of Jafar in theaters because they didn't think it would do as well, and it was lower budget, so they released it on home media. And a lot of studios, even today, do that where they release sequels or B-movies on home media releases, and VHS really helped kickstart that. The transition from VHS to DVD wasn't a big one. It was just, you could fit more on a DVD. Like, for example, the TV shows. You would have episodes of shows like Scooby-Doo or even Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They would release VHS tapes with 1 or 2 or 3 episodes on them because they were small and you could fit these allotted times on these VHS tapes. And when DVD came out, it really moved movies in a direction that you could start releasing double features. Like, for example, a lot of, again, the Scooby-Doo movies, they would take one animated movie and put it on one side of the disc, and then they would flip it, and you would have another side of the disc where that was another movie. With the invention of DVD, you have things like Blu-ray and 4K, and DVD's a lot easier to manufacture.
You mentioned Blu-ray and 4K. What are the differences between those and a standard DVD format?
In terms of how they're made, not really. The Blu-ray is more durable and for some reason a lot more flexible. And they have this layer on the back of it that in the early days of Blu-ray would give off a blue hue, which coined the term Blu-ray. 4K, what it really means is, I think DVD it has I want to say a 480p video resolution, and when you get into Blu-ray it has a 1080p, and then 4K has 4 times the pixels, and I can't really do math.
So what is the next natural progression from the disc format?
Streaming. Sites like Netflix, Vudu, HBO Max. It made it so much easier because all you have to do is take a media file and upload it to a server, and millions of people around the world can watch it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, we've had so much so far. The next step is exciting.
How much do you know about
Well, I know a lot about.
So how much do you know about VHS tapes?
Well, what do you want to know?
Where do they come from?
Aliens.